Iron Mike Tyson is a legendary heavyweight champion who at just 5'10" decided that height was a suggestion, not a rule.
Change of plan.
After becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history, Tyson decided to break not only records, but also the faces and dreams of every giant unlucky enough to stand across from him.
Oh, quick combination of the head, and down goes Nielsen!
The boxing world knew of the destructive power hidden in his fists, and without needing to dance around like the other pretty boys, he simply walked forward and turned out the lights. Get ready for terrifying stories as Iron Mike Tyson destroyed massive muscle giants with nothing but pure fists.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again!
In February 1989, a 6'3" tower from London named Frank Bruno, nicknamed True Brit, was sent across the ocean to be fed to the champion. Bruno had the size, the reach, and an entire nation screaming his name from the stands. But none of that mattered once the bell rang, and both men came out swinging bombs from the very first second.
Better of his older opponent.
Tyson wasted no time reminding the True Brit why he was undisputed, putting the giant on the canvas before round one even had a chance to breathe.
Bruno down after a right hand.
Somehow Bruno found one moment of glory, landing a left hook that actually made the invincible Tyson wobble.
Tyson finally went to the body in that last exchange. Now Bruno lands a short left inside, and Tyson wobbles for a second. And now another left hand from Bruno.
Iron Mike did not appreciate being disrespected on American soil, so by round 5, he was already splitting Bruno's nose open with short uppercuts before chopping the giant down against the ropes.
Uppercut, right hand. Bruno's in serious trouble.
The referee mercifully stepped in, sparing True Brit's face from any further remodeling.
Oh, it's just a matter of time here.
Vicious punishment.
That's not shot. That's not that photo shot.
And
Beautiful
Richard
shot.
Steele has seen enough. Decided he had seen enough. And at this moment, Terry Lawless, the manager of Frank Bruno, was running along the ring apron with a towel in hand, asking Steele to stop it.
7 years later, in March 1996, Bruno was foolish enough to run it back. This time, the True Brit had a WBC title around his waist after 4 tries to finally win one.
He's caught with a left hand, Bruno. He holds on. The bell's going to go any second. Bruno must be a mile ahead on point, and he must have been the world heavyweight champion.
And Tyson, fresh out of prison, was not interested in a friendly rematch.
Builder's physique, 27 pounds heavier, almost 4 inches taller.
From the opening bell, it was clear Bruno hadn't come to fight. He'd come to survive, grappling and holding on to Tyson every time the champion got close, which cost him a point deduction in round 2 for excessive clinching.
Yeah, Mills Lane trying to take control, and Tyson just loading up, looking to throw the bomb.
I didn't go, Frank.
He's taking a point away from Bruno for the continuous holding.
Let's get on with it. You need to use those exact words.
Y'all only disqualified for holding. Fight it out, okay? Now come on, let's go.
By the end of that round, Tyson had already staggered him more than once and opened a cut above his eye.
It's a nice effort.
And anytime, oh, here comes Tyson. Tyson with a combination.
I mean, if he makes a mistake early, you can't fix a chin that was never great to begin with.
A left hook by Tyson, but Bruno comes forward.
Yeah, you got no water. That's why.
The end came 50 seconds into round 3. Tyson landed a 13-punch flurry that started with a right hand to the body and finished with a left hook that sent Bruno into the ropes.
And this is what Bruno expected. He said he's not looking for the Tyson of what McNeely and Mathis. Here's a combination uppercut by Tyson. Tyson laying it on, pouring it on. Down goes Bruno into the ropes.
Frank Bruno until he was helpless. If you let Mike Tyson get that kind of leverage with that right uppercut, you will not make it through the round, never mind.
True Brit hung up his gloves for good after that night, walking away with a busted eye, a lost title, and a lesson about giving Iron Mike a second invitation. Years before he was feeding on champions, back in August 1986, a tough Cuban named Jose Ribalta stepped into the ring against a rising young Tyson. He apparently thought surviving was the same thing as winning. It was not. Tyson floored him early with a right hook to the body that folded him.
Again, just tremendous body shots, and what an uppercut.
Then followed with a vicious uppercut combination in round 2 that should have ended the whole circus right there.
Right hand by Mike Tyson is invited. And there was an uppercut. What a shot.
Rebalta kept crawling back to his feet anyway, like a man who genuinely enjoyed getting his skull rearranged. By round 8, a thunderous left hook drove him halfway through the ropes and down onto the canvas again, and somehow he still climbed up for more.
There's a big right hand, and there is no spring, and there's a smashing left hand, and wisely, Tony Battle.
Tyson finally lost all patience in round 10, dropping Rebalta one last time with another left hook.
Oh, what a shot, and Rebalta's down.
And Iron Mike unloaded a flurry of clean hooks to the head that finally convinced the referee to save whatever dignity the Cuban had left.
Hell yeah, that's a fighter. And that's it. Tyson with that aggressive style and working the left hook. He was able to hurt Rebalta a number of times, but Rebalta maintained his composure.
Just 3 months after chewing through Rebalta, Tyson found out in November 1986 exactly what it meant to hold a title that he had already decided belonged to him, and Trevor Berbick was the man unlucky enough to be wearing it. The Jamaican walked in as the reigning WBC champion, a full decade older and supposedly wiser than his young challenger. He carried himself with the confidence of a man who didn't yet understand what was about to happen to his face.
He's one of the great champions. Let's see how long his reign lasts.
None of that mattered. Once the opening bell rang, Tyson dropped him in round 2.
Champ of the world, Trevor Berbick and Mike Tyson. Tyson goes to work right away, and he's got Trevor in trouble, and he's down.
Berbick beat the count and kept fighting. By the next knockdown, Berbick stumbled around the ring like a man who had genuinely lost track of which direction was up.
Champions of all time. Bangs the body. Wow, with that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a light left hook, and he goes down. His legs may be shut. They are. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. He's got the heart. Notice it's all Tyson. Berbick doing nothing offensively. He's a youngster named Mike Tyson who can reign for a long, long time.
The referee mercifully stopped it before Berbick could embarrass himself any further. And at just 20 years old, Tyson officially became the youngest heavyweight champion in the entire history of boxing, off the back of that annihilation.
Michael Tyson!
With a fresh crown on his head, Tyson didn't wait long before an aging legend came looking for one final payday. In January 1988, that legend was Larry Holmes, a former undisputed champion and grandfather at just 38 years old, chasing one last shot at redemption.
Made it the event that it is.
For 3 rounds, he actually looked competent, up on his toes for the first time in years, circling the ring with real authority and snapping home quick jabs.
That's the right hand.
For a brief moment, he resembled the feared Easton assassin of old, much to the delight of the nostalgic crowd. But the vision was fleeting, and his 38-year-old legs simply weren't built for a young man's fight like this one.
That was a big right hand. Best punch of the fight.
In round 4, Tyson finally caught up to the retreating veteran with a booming overhand right that put Holmes down hard onto the seat of his trunks.
That was a right hand, and down goes Holmes from a crashing right hand.
Shocked as much as hurt, Holmes made the rookie mistake of rising too quickly, and Tyson tore straight back in to drop him a second time.
What?
And down he goes again from another right.
Then a merciless third.
Tyson still has to be careful because that shot, that's
Huge
it.
right hand.
That should be it.
And down goes Holmes, and that's going to be it. It's over. That's all. Final knockdown. And the left hand was just a coup de grace, but it was definitely cumulative. I would have to say that Mike Tyson, from the first knockdown,
The referee had seen more than enough and stopped it just 5 seconds before the round ended, closing the book on Holmes's comeback for good. After demolishing legends and champions alike, Tyson finally ran into a man who actually believed he had a puncher's chance.
Down goes Reggie Gross.
In March 1991, that man was Donovan Ruddock, nicknamed Razor for his lethal left hook.
2 more right hands and a left uppercut and goes down.
For a while, it almost looked like he was right. Tyson dropped him in round 2 and again in round 3 with a vicious left hook.
Down goes Ruddock. He says he slipped.
Good shot. He just doesn't quite get there.
There's a left by Ruddock. A left by Tyson, and down goes Ruddock.
The kind of shot that ends most men's night right there on the spot. But Ruddock did not go quietly. He absorbed a savage beating for 4 more rounds out of pure, stubborn spite.
Still warning. Oh!
Tyson's promoter, Don King. There's a right hand.
And at one point even stunned Tyson late in round 6, briefly making the impossible look possible to a stunned crowd.
Oh, a big left by Ruddock.
But Tyson regrouped, like he always did. Midway through round 7, he unloaded a 6-punch combination that left Ruddock wobbling on his feet without ever actually touching the canvas.
Now the right combination. Steele steps in. Is it over? It's over.
The referee stepped in and waved it off, a decision so controversial it sparked a full-blown brawl in the ring as Ruddock's furious corner stormed in screaming robbery. Years later, after prison had taken a chunk out of his career, Tyson returned to the ring in August 1995 and was handed the softest possible landing in the form of Peter McNeely, a journeyman with more confidence than sense who came out swinging wild like a man auditioning for his own highlight reel of destruction. It did not go well for him, to put it mildly.
On his movement the past few months, and here we go.
Tyson dropped him twice within the first minute of the fight, each knockdown looking more decisive and more embarrassing than the last.
And McNeely, as advertised, comes right at Mike Tyson. Down goes McNeely. Seconds into the first round.
Mills Lane said stop that nonsense because they were starting to butt heads. Oh,
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut. Down goes McNeely again.
Tyson. Now he's in a perfect position to come back. Whack. And you see he's turning his head as he got hit. But it was enough to stun him, and he kind of tripped over.
His own manager, Vinny Vecchione, watched from the corner and panicked so badly he jumped into the ring completely uninvited to physically rescue his fighter from further ruin. That act was so absurd, it forced the referee to disqualify McNeely on the spot rather than let Tyson finish the job properly. Iron Mike walked away with a bizarre and anticlimactic win in just 89 seconds. The whole comeback circus over before most of the pay-per-view crowd had even settled into their overpriced seats. Fast forward to June 2000, and matchmakers found Tyson another man who barely got the chance to warm up his gloves before his night was over. This time at Glasgow's Hampden Park against Lou Savarese.
21 first round victories.
A single thunderous left hand sent him crashing to the canvas almost immediately.
That Tyson threw was like a kick from the heart. And the 520. He looks badly shaken up from it.
A good left hook, he gets full leverage into that, really gets all his power.
When Savarese rose on legs that clearly had no interest in holding him upright, Tyson launched straight into a relentless follow-up assault, throwing punches with the kind of reckless abandon that made referees nervous just standing nearby.
15 seconds. The Savarese's going to get through this opening round. Oh, another big left. It's going to be stopped. It's going to be stopped.
Referee John Coyle tried to step in and physically stop the fight to protect Savarese from further damage, but Tyson kept throwing anyway, coming dangerously close to accidentally knocking the referee himself out cold in the chaos of the moment.
And he still wants to attack him, and John Coyle.
The entire spectacle was over in a staggering 38 seconds, one of the fastest finishes of Tyson's entire career. It was remembered less for the beating itself, and more for the poor official who nearly became an unintentional co-victim of Iron Mike's fists. Riding high off that lightning finish, Tyson was matched just months later in October 2000 with Andrew Golota, a Polish heavyweight infamous across the sport for quitting fights and hitting men below the belt.
Down
who still couldn't handle what walked into that ring with him, despite the reputation.
Under pressure, here we go.
From the opening bell, Tyson was at his brutal best, stalking Golota with the same ruthless intent that had defined his entire career. He opened a nasty cut above his eye that had blood running down the Golota's face and battered him for 2 full rounds. Golota, visibly rattled and clearly questioning every life decision that led him there, absorbed punishment he didn't seem prepared for, despite his reputation as a rugged spoiler.
Connecting with a devastating right. Tyson all over Golota.
When the bell rang for round 3, he simply refused to answer it, quitting on his stool while his own trainer screamed and physically tried to shove the mouthpiece back between his teeth.
You fucking do this! I don't think he wants to go on. I don't think he wants to go on. He wants to quit. It's over. He's done it again. Golota quits. Look at this drama.
The win was later overturned to a no contest after Tyson failed a post-fight drug test for marijuana. But nobody watching that night needed an official scorecard to know exactly what had happened inside that ring. A year later, in October 2001, Tyson traveled to Copenhagen looking for another quick night's work. Instead, he found one of his toughest tests in years. Brian Nielsen, a durable and previously undefeated Dane, fighting in front of his adoring home crowd, simply refused to fall down, no matter what Tyson threw at him.
There's the bell. Round 1.
Tyson opened up with his usual aggressive barrage early, targeting the body relentlessly, while Nielsen covered up behind his guard and absorbed shot after shot.
All body right now.
And as usual, with bad intentions, going to the body and the head now.
He occasionally landed a counterpunch of his own, just to remind everyone watching that he was still conscious. Tyson finally managed to drop him properly with a fast combination in round 3.
Quick combination of the head, and down goes Nielsen!
Though a badly timed accidental low blow at the end of that same round gave Nielsen an unexpected and much-needed break to recover his senses.
Nielsen looking to make it to the bell.
Low blow there, Steve.
A low blow, and Brian Nielsen doubled over.
The big Dane battled bravely on for a few more rounds, absorbing more punishment than most men could survive.
Power now.
Digging body shot with the right hand.
But by the time the bell rang for round 7, his own corner had seen enough of his swollen, disfigured face and mercifully pulled him out for good.
There's no rule to cover you. I have to declare him the winner. Do you want me to do that? Yeah. Tell me in your own way. Yeah. I love you, babe. I'm going to declare him the winner right now. All right, corner? Okay. Mike Tyson, you win. Retired. Mike.
It's over.
Mike Tyson's later years had their share of controversy, suspensions, and shaky comeback fights, but his legacy as a heavyweight champion is set in stone. He went from teenage contender to undisputed champion, staying a feared puncher well into his 30s, and he proved that size and reach alone couldn't save anyone once the bell rang. If you enjoyed our content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as we'll deliver more of such content.